Are you a solo looking for a strong, defendable, and cozy base? Then the Hedge is perfect for you. How is it going, everybody? I hope you guys enjoyed the cinematics, and we'll jump straight into our base. To start off our tour, you'll have one of two gatehouses with a window peek out, and if you do have a single door skin, you can have another peek. Heading into the gatehouse, there is a double door that creates an airlock on both sides. You will have a respawn point in the gatehouse. This is optional, you can put storage if you want, it's just what I decided on. Heading through one of these two doors, this side does create a funnel with the furnace, and you can just walk through it like this. On this side of the base, there is another funnel that is created, as you can see. And this is, of course, mirrored on all sides. Inside this room, you can put a locker and a bed, or you can just put storage. It's just whatever you want. Above that, there's our one of two turrets. And now we can head into our base. Stepping through this door, you'll have a window peek out into our compound with some storage overhead. This is also over our jump up. There is a single door airlock created when you open this door. Inside our main storage, there is a 6-box loot room. This is a 10-box if you have the barrel skin. You will have 3 furnaces, more storage, and a battery behind a wall. Heading down into our core, it's extremely cozy. It can fit 3 large boxes, a tier 2, a small box, bag, and your TC. The TC upkeep for this base is incredibly cheap, with only 2,500 metal, 5,400 stone, and 200 wood. To seal off our bunker, just place a twig like this, and on top, and upgrade that to whatever it is. To break it, you just have to delete this twig, and you're good to go. Heading up to our roof, it is super simple. You can put a locker, storage, whatever you want in this spot right here. You will have 2 turrets that keep it safe, and this roof does give great angles, very neat angles. The first angles we have are these angles into our compound, which give great view, as you can see. An AK, you can see these targets perfectly, and I think they work really great. The other peaks we have in this base are far peaks. As you can see, if someone has a raid base, you can shoot through this, or you can just get a good peek on the outside. Now that we're finished our tour, we can move on to the starter. Okay guys, the starter is extremely simple. To begin, place a 1x1 and a triangle off the back. Next, do this pattern. Put a wood single door frame just like this, because we will be breaking that out later. And this is your starter. Okay guys, so this is what your starter should look like. As you can see, the starter upkeep for our base is extremely cheap with only 200 stone, 25 metal, and 14 wood. Since this is a 1-door raid, you're going to want to expand extremely quick. To expand our base, start by placing a stone triangle right here, and off the side of that, place 2 raised ones. After that, honeycomb them. This is just so people can't soft side in. There you go. On this side, you can just do some normal honeycomb like that, leaving this side empty because that is where our battery is going to go. And then you can put your double doorway frame. To finish off the rest of the expansion, just do some normal honeycomb. Okay, our first floor is completely honeycombed and we have our bunker made. Now we can do our second floor. To begin the second floor, place your airlock. There you go. Next, your loot room. and then your jump up. Make sure you put a wood roof, because we will be breaking that out later. For this version of the base, it's a better idea to just put a window here, because if people do blow through the honeycomb, that is straight into this living room and people won't be able to get through. Okay, so now that we are finished our second floor, we can drop down back into our starter, delete this frame, and build the start to our bunker. Just place 2 half walls like this, delete the bottom one, and you're practically good to go. Also, when I was doing the tour, I did put the honeycomb the wrong way around. Make sure it is hard side, because you do not want people soft siding in. There you go. To complete our core, it's simple. Destroy the box and the bag. Grab this cool new shelf design. Make sure this leg is in the wall like this, and that is what you will want to see, just like that. Begin by picking up the barricade. Place your box perfectly, just like that. On this side, again, try and get it as close as you can to the wall. And on here, place it just like this. Perfect. You should have just enough room to place your bag again. There you go. Okay, so now that we're done our first and second floor, we can move on to our peaks and our third floor. To begin, just break out this floor and put our jump up just like this. This will give us some good roof access. And now we can begin our honeycomb. To begin the third floor, place a square on this side of the base with a wall, half wall, and a low wall. After that, delete the half wall, the wall, and the square, leaving this one just floating there. To finish off, we're just going to do some simple honeycomb on this side right here. Make sure you leave this triangle with the no honeycomb, because that is where we're going to be putting our locker. And that is the exact same thing on this side. Okay. And those sides of the base are done. On the front side of our base, place 2 squares like this, 2 half walls, and fill it in. This will hide our high walls so people don't suspect there's a bunker. Same thing on this side. Okay. To begin our roof, place frames like this. There you go. 2 floors and a frame. That is our peak, just like that. Same thing on this side. Okay. On this side, it's a bit different. Place frames like this and fill them in. There you go. Okay guys, so to finish off our third floor, it's extremely simple. We're going to start by placing 2 half walls just like this and filling that in. On this side it is a bit different. This is where we're going to have our depot boxes, so before we do fill in the roof, we'll just place them. There you go. Grab a small box, place it right in the middle. That side's good. Exact same thing over here. Perfect. Now that that's finished, we can move on to completing the third floor. To start, place 3 windows right here. Same thing on this side. Fill them in and place 3 triangles on top. When that's done, place 2 frames for stability and do the exact same thing on the other side. Alright, now that that's done, grab your lantern and place it in the middle. This is just so there's 0 chance of falling through and it's kind of level with the ground. Next, place 2 walls just like this. Instead of there being just a doorway, we're going to put loot storage for depot boxes. There you go. To finish off these peaks, place a half wall and 2 low walls in this formation. Place another low wall just like this. This is completely optional. It just keeps you a bit more protected. And do the exact same thing on all sides. Perfect. To finish off our roof, we're going to grab wood low walls. You can do stone if you want, but wood is probably better because it'll save you on resources. Same thing on this side. To finish off the third floor, we're going to place our wind turbines, our turrets, and our boxes. Okay, we're finished our roof. You have your turrets, boxes, and your wind turbines, and now we can move on to our compound. Alright guys, so to begin our compound, we'll start with one of our gatehouses. Start by placing a square and a triangle off the end. Build 2 single doors on each side, and one right here. Put a window beside that, and fill in the roof. And that is pretty much it. Okay, so this is what it should look like when it's all finished. You'll have your locker behind that door, and now we can move on to the other side. Alright guys, we have both our gatehouses finished. Now we can move on to our outer depot boxes. To create our depot boxes, place a triangle, square, and another triangle off of that foundation. Place a frame just like this, and build 2 triangles off of this triangle. That's it, basically complete. To finish, place walls just like this. This will be our loot room. On this side, it's a bit different. Put a shelf like this, and then a doorway frame. Okay, so this is what it should look like when it's all finished. You'll have your shotgun trap behind this door. There's the funnel created. On this side, same thing, your loot room, and the funnel is created. We will do the exact same thing on the other side. Now that we are all finished that, we can move on to our compound walls, large furnaces, and our barricades. To start, we'll do our barricades. They are the easiest thing we could do. Start by placing twig in this pattern. There you go. Make sure you bring the toe of the barricade to the middle of that triangle, just like that. And that is the exact same thing on this side. Okay, both those sides are done. We can move on to our gatehouses. Try and get it fully on this triangle, just like that. And the exact same thing on this side. Okay, perfect. Okay, now that we are all finished that, we can grab our large furnaces and our walls, and we can begin placing. Unfortunately, I do not have a method for these walls, so you're just gonna have to eyeball it. Start by placing the wall in this foundation right here, just like this. That looks about right. It won't be perfect, but it still works. To place the furnace, it can get a bit tough, so you might want to jump up on here. You're going to want to try and align it with the corners of that wall. This looks about right, as you can see. It's perfect. And we'll do the exact same thing on all four sides. Perfect. If you do mess up on the wall placement, it is fine. You should just be able to jump over like this. But a tip, if you want the wall to be perfect, try and get it so the wall isn't touching the base at all. So that looks about right. And leaving a bit of space right here is also fine. So that is the tip. That's the only really thing I can think of. And as you can see, that gives a perfect placement. And the last side. So I leave a little space. That looks good. Very perfect. See if the furnace will place. Yep. Alright. One more thing, guys. When making your external loot room, you're going to want to place half walls on top of it before you put your barricades, because that is where our turret is going to be placed. Also, try and get the turret as close to the front as you can, like the toe to it. And we will replace our barricades. Okay, that's perfect, and we'll do the exact same thing on this side. Alright, so definitely don't make the mistake I did. But yeah, that is pretty much our base complete. The last thing we need to do is grab our fence and place it in this spot right here. This will ensure people can't just walk through our base. Some spots. Okay, so that is our base finished. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I am sorry I haven't posted in 3 weeks. I've just been focusing on real life and all that, and I will for sure try and get more videos out. I just want to say again, I'm so thankful for all my viewers. This has been a lifelong dream and is finally coming true. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.